Hello. Welcome back to my channel where I'm doing my very first unhaul. I've never done an unhaul video because I rarely unhaul books, but now is the time. I want to make more space for more books that I keep acquiring. So it's time to part ways with ones that I'm definitely not going to read anymore, or I did read and I don't see a reread ever happening. So we're going to just dive right in to this unhaul. Here we go. First off, I'm gonna just start it with this big old stack. We got a lot of books from the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. This series my husband loved when he was growing up. I never read any of these, but we saw these at like local bookstores. I think we saw a couple of them at like those library sales, and he was like, oh my gosh, gotta have them. And then we were looking at books and he was like, you know what, don't gotta have them anymore. So farewell. These are going. They can go to a new home. Someone else who loved these or wants to love these. That's where these can go. Another series unhaul. Oh wow, y'all, my stack of books is if you hear a loud noise, that's what it is. These three from the Outlander series. So we got Dragonfly and Amber, Voyager, and Drums of Autumn. I never read Drums of Autumn. I think I read the first 10 pages and I was like, you know what? This isn't a series for me. This isn't what I like to read, what I want to read. So I don't need to keep on with a series that I'm never gonna read. So this has just been chilling on my shelf, and so have these. Taken up so much space. These are hefty books. But you know, I figured there are other fans of this series who I'm sure would love these books. So that's that. I am keeping the first one because I do remember liking the first one. I just don't really want to continue with the series. Yeah. Next we have Wild by Cheryl Strayed. Have no plans on reading this. I think I maybe tried reading like the first few pages and it's just not for me. So I can go to someone else. Someone else's home. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I did like The Secret History. I picked it up because I thought maybe I liked Dark Academia. I'm still unsure if I do or not. But the premise of Secret History reminded me of the play Rope, which there's actually a cool movie for the play Rope that was filmed years ago. But in Rope, a bunch of friends, or no, two friends kill their other friend, stuff him in a trunk, and then have a dinner party. And they're very confident that they won't get caught because they're so smart and just, you know, Ivy League geniuses. And yeah, when I was in high school, my drama class really wanted to do the play, and I think the seniors did do the play. So when I heard of this, I was like, oh my god, it's like Rope! And I read it and I fell asleep a whole lot. It's very slow paced, which just isn't my jam. But yeah, so you know, as much as I liked it, I don't need to keep it on my shelf because I liked Rope better. So you know, there we go. Next one, You Don't Know Me, I think, by David Klass. I think I got this in high school. I vaguely remember some other people reading it, and I was like, oh my god, I'll get it too! So I spent my babysitting money thinking we were going to have a book club moment. We didn't. I don't remember anything else really about this at all, so I don't need to keep it. I don't even know who I would recommend it to, so I don't need to keep it on my shelves. It can go. Next, I have The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. I have tried to read this book so many times and I can't get past the first like 80 pages. And I'm not even sure what it is. It doesn't feel like it's a specific trope I don't like or the writing I don't like. I don't know what it is, but it's just not grabbing my interest. So it can go to another home. It's in great condition because I've only read the first the first 80 pages. Next is A Wrinkle in Time. My husband and I were both talking about this. We both read this growing up and have zero memory of it. I think I tried rereading it like in high school. I definitely didn't finish with the series. I think my sister maybe did, but the story didn't stick with me. So, you know, it can go to a different home. Someone else, I'm sure, will love this. The Maze Runner, because we have a different copy that we like. This is the movie copy. We have like a box set copy, but what's cool about this one is inside there's like photos from the movie. And I think that's really cool. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize we had 2 different copies until my husband was like, oh yeah, we can get rid of this one. And I was like, really? But you liked Maze Runner. And he was like, yeah, we have another copy. And I was like, oh shoot, yeah, you're right, we do. Didn't even notice. That one can go. See, I told you there'd be a loud sound, and that's what that is. There we go. We got Angry Young Man by Chris Lynch. Don't have any memory of this one. I know that I've read it. I don't remember anything about it. Again, I don't know who I would recommend it to. I think it's very similar to You Don't Know Me. I might have got it around the same time. I don't know, but I can part ways with it. That's truly, truly okay. Another one, The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. I read this right before the pandemic, so I'll always remember it. Again, it was a story that was pretty slow paced, that didn't really grab my attention too much. I liked a lot of aspects of it, but I remember, similar to The Secret History, I fell asleep a lot while reading because of the pace of it. If I do ever reread it, because I do still have like some questions about what happened in the story, if I do reread it, I'll audiobook it so I can adjust the speed, and maybe the audio will grip my attention a little bit more, I'm hoping. Let's see here. Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I think this is the only Agatha Christie that I own, and I don't need it. I'm not the biggest fan of Agatha Christie. I don't want her books in my house, so it can go to someone else. This is a nice little like mass paperback that's super tiny, in good condition. It's cute. I read this in a day. I know that. We had a picnic and I read it in a day, and I was like, all right. Next, this book, didn't even realize we owned. I know I didn't buy it, which means someone gifted it to me. The Help. I don't want this personally. I don't want this in my collection, in my home. So this can go. I don't know how we got this. I was looking at the books on the shelves and then saw it, and I don't know how I acquired this. So it can continue the mystery and leave. The next one is Shadow Princess. I was gifted this by my mom when I was in high school, I think. High school or just out of high school. And I didn't get past 100 pages because I think there might be either a love triangle or like a miscommunication trope. I don't know, that kind of sounds incorrect. There's some sort of trope that now in hindsight I realize, oh, it's because I don't like that trope. I can't remember specifically what it is, but that's why I stopped reading, because there was something about the story that I don't gel with, so I stopped reading it. But I do remember that the writing was really good and the premise was really interesting. It's just I'm not interested in it. It can go. A Midsummer Night, #NoFilter. I made a video just about these, or I made a video about like funny books that I own, and this was in them. I have these books that are Shakespeare plays, but they're all in like texts and notes and emojis, and it's truly hilarious. However, A Midsummer Night is not my favorite play of Shakespeare. And I like the other ones better. The other one I have is Macbeth, #killing it. And Seriously Hamlet. I love those ones a lot more, so I'm keeping those ones. I can get rid of this one just because it's not, personally, it's not my fave. The book that dropped, just a second. Oops. The books that dropped is Dear John by Nicholas Sparks. In high school, sophomore year specifically, I was in a Nicholas Sparks phase. I didn't read all his books, but I read too many, one could say. And I just don't need Dear John. Of all the books that I had of Nicholas Sparks, I think it's funny that I'm left with Dear John. I would have thought that I would have held on to The Notebook because I like the movie better, but I guess I held on to Dear John. I don't need it anymore. I can part with that chapter of my life, okay? I'm over that. And that was my Unhaul. Also, in some more news, if any of these books you were like, oh my god, I want that one, you want the edition, or you just want them to, you know, read them and live your best, I just set up a profile on Pango Books where all these books are listed if you would like. And yeah. That was it for my first unhaul. There will probably be another one, maybe sometime soon. We're making way for new books, and just kind of reorganizing and redesigning our apartment. So some books are bound to come up that I'm like, I didn't even realize that we had that. Don't need it anymore. But thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking this video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and on Twitch. I stream in the mornings at least 3 days a week. And yeah, we have a fun time over there. If you'd like to support me further, again, Pango Books. I also have a shop on bookshop.org, and of course I have my Etsy store where I sell my hair care products, as well as this cute mug. So if any of that is of interest to you and you want to support the channel further, all the links will be down below. Thank you for watching. Bye!